Hey y'all, my name is Jatarin Moore, and on my YouTube channel, I am documenting my journey as a real estate wholesaler. In this video, I just want to talk a little bit about how to prepare for your wholesaling appointment. The first thing you need to make sure you do is dress accordingly. Okay, I listen, I live in Michigan right now. It's freezing here, but I still need to dress accordingly. Now, this is not saying best dress because as you know, if you are a wholesaler, we go into some rough properties, you guys, some very rough properties, y'all. And you do not want to wear your good Sunday morning church shoes or that good dress to an wholesale appointment, mainly because these properties need a lot of work. Some of these properties may be hoarder homes. Some of the properties may be infested with Lord knows what. So you just want to prepare yourself to go out on the appointment. Make sure you look good, okay? You smell good, but don't be best dressed. You don't have to go styling in profiling. All right, this isn't that type of appointment. But I don't want you to go out looking like you just rolled out of bed or looking like who did it or what for. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Number one, dress accordingly. Number two, now, like I said, I'm pretty sure you better had already talked to the property owner. Don't go running out on appointments if you haven't even talked to the property owner, okay? So, based on what you guys have already talked about and the rapport you've built, make sure you take notes and make sure you're practicing maybe some common statements you typically say on every single appointment, or if this is your first appointment, maybe jot down a few things you'd like to touch on during your appointment. And it's okay to jot those down. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I think you guys should bring to every single appointment as far as in like a bag or something. But make sure you bring a notebook, and in that notebook you can write those statements down that you are looking to, or questions you're looking to ask the seller, maybe some more rapport building statements you're looking to say on the appointment. I would suggest you do that before going out on the appointment, okay? If they have told you about, I don't know, a football game or a football team that they like, and it's Sunday and that team just got done playing, maybe that's how you're going to open up the conversation. Who knows? But just make like some quick little notes or quick questions that you would like to ask on the appointment. All right, so number one was dress accordingly. Number two was write down some statements or rehearse some statements or questions you like to prepare in advance for your appointment. Number three is I'm just going to go through a few items that I want you guys to bring to every single appointment. Whether you use them or not, I want you to be prepared. I want them to be somewhere close in your car, in a bag, or whatever. But those things include notepad, pen, a purchase agreement in physical form, a paper copy, and then a lockbox. Okay, and obviously, I want to touch on really quick why these things are important. So your notepad and pen, both of those obviously so that you can take notes during the appointment. Your purchase agreement. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes, or majority of the time, you might not even sign the purchase agreement during the appointment. Let me say that again. You might not sign the purchase agreement during the appointment. A lot of things are happening digitally right now. So what you might be instructing your property owner to do is to wait on an email from, I don't know, DocuSign or EverSign, whichever platform you're using to sign documents. They'll be waiting on that email so that they can assign it electronically. However, you might deal with like an elderly property owner or somebody who is just more comfortable with using a paper document. So you want to always make sure you have that information handy and an agreement handy, just in case everything makes sense to them. They agree on the price, the terms are good for them. That way you don't have to wait. Time kills all deals. In my coach's voice, Brent Daniels, time kills all deals. When you TTP, when you talk to people, you want to make sure you are on your A game. So have an agreement ready just in case they're ready to move forward now. And then that lockbox. Listen, if you are going through like a vacant property, for example, and we have to go through our due diligence or our inspection period where we have buyers come out to the property, right? And we have to let them in. So a lot of times I just go I take my lockbox up front, and just so the seller is comfortable, I let them look at the lockbox and I say, hey there, do you have, I just ask them straight up, do you have a spare key? Because in our, in our agreement, I point out in our purchase agreement, we do have this period, like a 2-week time frame, that within that 2 weeks, I'm going to have my investor partners and financial partners come out and tour and look through the property, and that way, so in order for me not to bother you and continue calling you to come out to the property, multiple times, do you have a spare key available so that I can just keep it in my lockbox and it'll be easier for my partners and I to enter? That way we don't have to keep calling you. And I phrase it something like that. So that's why I say bring a lockbox. Now, no, every time you go out on an appointment, you might not need it, but it's always good to keep one handy. I take a lockbox with me to every single appointment because you just never know. Even if the property is vacant or not vacant, occupied at the time of your appointment, it might be vacant by the time you purchase it. So you can even, phrase it that way. Hey, I know that someone's living here now, but I know that we'll be able to still come out and look at the property. Or if when the tenants or whomever is moving out of the property, you just say, hey, if it's easier for you, we could get if you have an extra key, we can get the key from you right now, and once they such and such have moved out on next week, we'll just start our inspection period and our due diligence. That way we don't have to bother you for the key. And I'm just making up these scenarios, but that's what the purpose of the lockbox. That's the purpose of the lockbox. It's a big deal, I feel like, because it's one, making sure the seller's key is secure and you don't lose it. All right. And majority of the time, we never give the keys back. Why? Because we end up closing on the deals. Okay. So hopefully when you guys are collecting the keys, and only collect them when the agreement is signed. Okay. Collect the keys when the agreement is signed. All right. So if you're going out on an appointment and you guys, like I told you about the physical paper copy agreement, if that has gotten signed, then go ahead and collect the keys. You can also collect the keys. Say for instance, you guys have agreed on price and everything, but you're going to do it electronically. That's okay. My last deal I did, the lockbox situation went like this. So I went out on the appointment. We decided we were going to do everything digitally, electronically, and that I was going to send the agreement to them that way. So what I did was I made an advance agreement that once the agreement was signed, I could meet them somewhere to pick up the key. So I told them, hey, I can meet you guys the next day. So they ended up telling me to come to their personal residence, because the property I was wholesaling was a rental property for them. So they told me to come out to their property to pick up the key so that I can have it. All right. So it works. It doesn't matter, but make sure you have a lockbox readily available for you to serve you in your business. And then last but not least, bring your confidence. Listen, I remember my very first wholesale appointment I went on. Okay. I didn't have a clue what I was talking. I didn't know what I was looking at. I probably barely even knew what a gutter was. I'm serious. I'm so serious. And still to this day, I don't know everything, but going out on different appointments often, I have learned a lot more terminology, and now I understand what things are and different things to look for during my appointment. Bring your confidence. You are the buyer, and that hindered me for so long, because I'm like, how can I buy this property? And how can I buy this property? There is funding available every single day. Every single day there are businesses waiting to fund your deals. You have money. You do. It's a limiting belief if you believe you're going out on an appointment and you don't have money to buy that deal. You have money to buy that deal. So go out to those appointments and you act like it. All right. You go out to that appointment and you bring your confidence. Okay. Not cockiness. Cockiness and confidence are two different things, you guys. Don't be cocky. Don't act like you know it all, because you don't. People learn something new every single day. I don't care how long you've been in the business. All right. But make sure you're confident and make sure you're vulnerable and that you're looking to get an understanding of their situation so that you can better serve them. Okay. Bring your confidence. You know what you're doing. You've got this. All right. So that is it. That was everything I wanted to discuss in this video on how to properly prepare for your wholesaling appointments. Listen, if I did not say something that you do to prepare for your wholesaling appointments, let me know down in the comment section. If you would like to know about any additional details or information that I can give you, or if you have any questions regarding wholesale appointments, put it down in the chat. I will be happy to discuss these things with you guys further. All right. And then make sure, if you haven't already, to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I know you. You continue to come to my channel, you watch, and then you watch until the end, and you still don't subscribe. Why? Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? And then also, I'm documenting my journey as well on Instagram, so I'll include my Instagram information in here. Go ahead and snag this information. Follow me on Instagram as well, okay? And then hit the notification bell so that you never miss anytime I upload any new content. All right, y'all? So with that being said, I look forward to speaking with you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.